Welcome back. It's been a few weeks since I've been able to stream and getting ready for my show that opened this last weekend. I went really well. And thanks for anybody that joined or looked at the photos. I posted some on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll be posting more soon. I gotta remind myself to keep posting pictures. So today what I'd like to do, because for those who follow, I'm still in construction in the back, converting my garage to the art studio. Ooh, and I'm shaking this like crazy. So everything's still kind of in limbo, and I'm a little bit burnt out from all that work. So I thought what I'd do today is, as I was cleaning out my old studio, I found some of my, some reference books. These are all copyright free. Let's see. So this is like permission. You can use it for commercial artists. It's something that I used in college a lot to get ideas. But I thought what would be fun is if we picked out one or two of these fun little illustrations and kind of brought it to life a little bit. You can see it's kind of been beat up and stepped on. And like during the move, a lot of things got put in boxes. So I've kind of been going through stuff. And there's a lot of fun, different types of animals in here. And I thought it'd be kind of nice to take one of these and kind of bring it to life a little bit. I don't know, so let's just look through here. And let me see what... Well, this rhino is hilarious already. Like how it's sitting here. I like some of these illustrations too because there's a little bit of the artist hand in it as well. And they're already kind of, call it artist telephone, where they drew something and it looks almost like the animal, and then by the time I draw it, I can change it a little bit more, which I kind of enjoy. We got a whole bunch of cats in here. Jungle cat, flat-headed. I thought it was a flat-headed cat. This is called a cod. I don't even know what these are. You can see they're all kind of labeled. Let's see. Lots of cats. Lots of more cats. Baby cats, wild cat, sand cat, puma. Oh, that's a cute cat. But you see, they're very simple little line drawings. And I kind of like that because it gives a lot of leeway to kind of add our own. There's a big footprint on that. Fish, there's trees. Oh, look, here we go. We got primates, monkeys, and apes. This guy's got a haircut like my dog usually has. Gosh, I haven't looked through this book in a long time. It's funny too because it's got a lot of animals in here, and if there's something really interesting, I can actually look it up. So if I want to look at the lion tamarin, I can look that up and see kind of what it looks like for real, and see if it's something I want to use in one of my larger works. These guys are great. The eyes, but they're Loris. This is called a Mindanao Tarsier, Galago, Tamarin. Look at these real simple little line drawings here. I mean, penguins lead themselves. Oh, hello. Thanks for joining. Good to see your name up there. So many things to choose from. Let's see. Really simple little line drawings in here. Oh, and then we got the horses. I think we should draw one of these funny little guys. So, Chef Bags, this is, I was cleaning out some boxes from my old studio, and I found some old reference kind of illustrations, copyright free illustrations. I thought it would be fun because I'm still a little burnt out from all the creative stuff that went in my last show, that it'd be fun to just kind of take one of these simple line illustrations and kind of bring them to life and see what we can do. Oh my gosh, these cats behind me. What are you guys doing? So if you hear a cat fight, that's just my two cats having a party behind me. So yeah, let's get started. I should put some gloves on. And sorry for the shaking. That is something I'm gonna fix soon when I get out back. know my setup here is really shaky, and I've had some feedback, and I'm gonna fix that soon, because this little dust I'm working on is really kind of sensitive to every motion that I make. So I'm trying to make smaller movements here until I switch to a more solid drafting table in the garage. I don't know if you can see it, but that's my cat over there making. He loves the dog leashes and messing with them. Here we go. There. Oh, what did you say? Let me. We could draw a phoenix. I need to see a picture of a phoenix. Turn it into a phoenix. I think I'm going to be designing some tattoos soon. I've done about 50 tattoo designs for people, but a lot of people end up just choosing something I've already drawn and then they just get that tattooed on. And I think I'm finally ready to get my tattoo. It's been a long time. My dad passed about 5 years ago, and I said after he passed I was going to get a tattoo. And then I got the problem where there's too many ideas in my head, and then I couldn't narrow it down. And next week will be his 5-year anniversary of his passing, and I was like, it's time I want to do a commemorative tattoo. So I have ideas in my head. I'm going to get them down soon, and probably in the next few months try to get it on my skin. So I'm kind of excited and nervous at the same time. It's something I've wanted to do for a while, and it makes sense after you lose somebody that you want to do something like that. I don't know why it makes sense, but it does. So I'm just going to go with it and try to pick one of my designs and stick with it. Oh, do you have tattoo chef bags? Because it's like, I've always liked them. I get, oh my gosh, I can't, it's so loud. I get so many ideas in my head. It's super hard for me to focus. And I'm a little nervous it's going to hurt really bad. But I can get over that. If I could have a baby, then I can do that. Okay, so let's see. Which one should we do? Let's do this fun little... Oh, I don't know. They're both so cute. Let's do both. We'll start with this guy here. It's called a Mindanao tarsier. So, some kind of large-eyed creature. So there we go. We got 2 eyes. 4. Oh, you did... Oh, that's a fantastic idea. That's that's awesome. I was thinking too of having my daughter add something to it. She does these weird bird creature things that I really like. Oh, that's awesome. Then you gotta find a tattoo artist, and I'm kind of, I guess I'm kind of picky now about like line work and all that. So I'm putting my feelers out though, and seeing if I can find tattoo artists that I think would suit the style that I want. This animal already looks made up, which is great for what I do. So right now I'm just kind of having some fun and just doing a really light sketch here. I'm just using a Q-tip. I'm just looking at this guy here. I think these are copies of old like 18th and 9th century drawings. So they're kind of copies of copies, and I think illustrators and designers use these kinds of things a lot. I used to use them a lot too. Imagine how much light these giant eyeballs let in. I got art projects all over. I'm working in here, and then my daughter's in 4th grade, and in California you have to do a California missions project. So we've been working on, I refuse to buy any new material to put in the landfill. So it had to be all my old art stuff or old shipping boxes that we used, and it turned out really cool. I should bring it over. Let me show you guys our mission that we've been building. So check this out. This is the mission of San Gabriel. So this is here in Southern California. It's actually the closest mission to where we live. And they went on a field trip there. We still have some work to do, but this is all cardboard and styrofoam from my shipping boxes from the show I just got back. And then Kinsey and I, she made all these palm trees, and then today we're gonna paint like the windows in and the ground and add like little animals and stuff. I'm having a lot of fun with our school projects. And I like that we didn't add any waste. It was all stuff that was gonna get dumped. So that made me feel good, because you could buy these kits on Amazon, and I was like, no, we have to use the materials that we have here. I don't want to add to the landfills for the project when there's all this like stuff that can be reused. Okay, now I'm just sharpening a pencil. I'm going to do a little line work in here. Let me finish sketching him out. So what I did here, I didn't even explain it, I just kind of got my 6B pencil and ground a little bit up here for a tone, and now that's what I'm using on the Q-tip. These guys are such funny looking creatures. I just love it. I'm gonna have to Google them and really take a look at these guys. Those fingers. Got like these crazy joints and then another joint for grabbing onto tons of stuff. Almost looks like a Jabba the Hutt type situation here. And it's got like a human mouth. Tell you, I didn't really have to alter this too much. Oh, your stream shut down. Oh, I was just saying it was really cool that you have a design that your daughter drew. How old was she when she drew the design? Let's give this guy even a more human nose than in this little drawing here. Let's just totally play around with this. Look at his back's all crazy arched. Let's exaggerate it. Let's just have a lot of fun. I'm not in the mood for really serious anything right now. I'm feeling really tired still from getting everything ready last week and the week before and the many, many weeks before that. There's over 30 pieces in that show. And it was just, it felt good to do it all, but I need a little bit of decompressing now and just having some fun. And oh, okay, that's a good age. My daughter would love to do the whole design, but she's 9, and it would be like an angry cat is what she draws. Oh, awesome. Oh, you have 3 girls. That's fantastic. How old are your three girls? And that's a lot of work. I have one girl, and it's a lot of work. $15, $11, and $6. Oh yeah, wow. Yeah, that's a lot. I'm sure you're never not busy. I guess you could say you're always busy. Ooh, and a 6-year-old, yeah. It goes by so fast, so I feel like my daughter is just 6 and she's gonna be 10 soon, and it's like crazy fast. This funny looking animal here. I don't really even need this anymore because we've got the basics, and now let's just put this away. I actually need the room on the table because I'm drawing crooked because this is behind my paper. So let's move this. If anybody has any questions, this is just a book that I found, Moving Studios, of kind of animal illustrations, like copyright free, like you can do whatever you want with them. People use them for scrapbooking, graphic design, all that. They're just kind of like, and it's a great place to get ideas. Yes. Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, that's difficult. Oh gosh, and the three girls. Oh yes, just the self-care products alone must be completely overwhelming. Sometimes I'm like, I'm a grown woman, and I'm like, I don't want to spend that much. Like, just if I could make my own makeup, I would. Let's do these eyes here. Big round eyes. And your bathroom time must be seriously compromised with the three girls, especially the 11 and 15-year-old. I feel like I have to be super involved in a hobby when my daughter gets that age because she's probably not going to want anything to do with me. No missions together. Yeah, we got two big circle eyes right here. What kind of that weird nose thing? This is fun. I don't even know what we're making here now, but sometimes, and I have to remind myself of this too, it's if I treat it like a job every day, it'll start feeling like a job. So sometimes it's best to just see what your mind can do and just create just for the fun of creating. It doesn't have to be sold at a gallery. It doesn't have to be on display. It could just be something that's fun and enjoy the process. And I'm sure anybody that does something like this for a living has to kind of to battle with that too. Because you do need to make a living, and you need to get your exhibitions, and you need, to sell artwork so you can keep doing artwork. But then there's that other part that's just as important, that sparks that creativity. And just creating something. Oh, really? Woodworking? Oh, that sounds awesome. Well, you're an artist, right? Because I saw on Instagram that you do photography, or that was in your name. So that's awesome. You're keeping them in the creative world. I like it. I'm giving this guy like a human nose. I didn't realize that I was talking about getting that tattoo in the 5 year anniversary of my dad's passing, but today is his actual birthday. I just realized it's April 30th. So happy birthday, Dad. I miss you. That's so funny that I was just talking about getting it tattooed to remember him, and then I just realized today's the 30th. I usually eat a pie to celebrate his birthday. That is smart. Yeah. The electronics thing I'm on the fence about because I feel like that's so much of where everything's heading. Like, look, even this, I never would think I'd be live streaming and talking to somebody while I drew. And then I see, like, all my daughter wants to do when she comes home is watch YouTube or to go on the computer. And then part of me is like, well, that's good to be fluent in that. But I had to struggle with her to sit her down to help build that mission with her. When she got into it, she was like, this is amazing. I'm creating something. And so, and I think maybe kids are missing out on that. Maybe they're not. I don't know. So, to me, I mean, I don't like all that stuff. But it would be super hypocritical of me to get too much on her about it because I'm now streaming and I do Instagram and Facebook and I do a lot of my stuff online, share my artwork and all of that. So, gosh, it's a tough one. But I think limiting it and having them have creative exposure is the best thing that we can do. At least give them both sides of the coin. That's my parenting. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I miss him a lot. I wish he could see my studio being built because he was a builder as well, and he would be really excited about that. Yeah, it's very different how I grew up than my daughter too. Like, well, I was in. Let's see, when I was my daughter's age, I was in Iowa, living in a playing in a cornfield. Actually, we used to play in the drainage ditches, next to all the cornfields, and I realize now they were probably full of pesticide, and that wasn't great. But we had a blast, like running in and out of the irrigation ditches and playing in the fields. And then when I came to California a few years later, I felt super suffocated, like you couldn't move here. And I kind of do still, even now. But my family's here and my neighborhood's here and it's very convenient and you can always be outside, which is nice. You're just kind of it's densely populated to the point where sometimes you feel like you can't breathe. She asked what a rotary phone. Yeah, that's right. They wouldn't know what a rotary phone is. Oh my gosh. And she asked how you texted. What did you say without just totally dying of laughter? Did you tell her we actually called people or we rode our bikes to their house or we, oh my gosh. Oh, they have no idea. I think I saw on TV they were asking kids like what like things like in the 80s and 90s when we were growing up what they were in. They were like we don't like a disc like the old computer disc. They didn't know what that was. Floppy disk. They didn't know what that was. So funny. They would be so unimpressed. I remember when we got the Atari. Did you ever have an Atari? And there was like what 3 games or 2 games, or maybe even 1 game on it. I don't even remember, but it was so exciting. We'd gather around and play that. And then I got Tetris on a Game Boy, and that was like the most amazing thing. That was our video, or at least my exposure to video games. But Tetris is my favorite. I think it helped me with my spatial awareness too. Yes, that's right. Yep. Yeah, there was I remember before call waiting, and then I remember call waiting was a big thing when that came in. Oh my gosh, yeah. You forget that they're a totally different generation. They weren't. I'm giving him this little dot right here. So funny. Make us feel old. My daughter loves to make me feel old by going, "Oh, you don't know what this is, Mom?" Or "You don't know how this works, Mom?" And I'm like, "Oh." I'm giving this guy a real human nose. Okay, yeah, the old school. And then eventually I think I'm wearing a Nintendo shirt. We got a Nintendo after that. So it was Atari first, and then Nintendo. What was after that? For video games. Because my brother was really liked video games, so. Sega. Like a Sega. I think that was one of them. Just giving this guy forehead. I'm surprised it's so quiet in here. Right before I logged on, I had to. I just got back from the vet with my dog, and the cats were like just wrestling till they were like screaming, wrestling in here. But it's calmed down, I guess. I think I ruined it by coming home. I ruined the fun that they were having. Let's see if I can figure out these pupils here. see, I like that size. Yeah, that works. So I kind of just laid it in really lightly, and then it's kind of blending on top of it. Oh, is it getting fuzzy? It's probably because I keep shaking this desk. Well, thank you. I love doing the eyes. I'm doing them really light right now because I might make some changes, but I just wanted to get the pupil size down. But it's amazing how, like you said, just doing the eyes, giving them some features, just accentuating some features really can change them from just a drawing to something else. When I look at the screen, I realize that this eye is too far over that way, so I'm going to move it that way just a little bit. Just using little hatch marks right now. It's kind of nice to not know where I'm going and to not really have a big concept in mind for this one. All the other drawings were super heavy concept pieces. Of course, at the end, I'm gonna. This is blurry. Maybe it's just my eyes that are blurry. I've had like the worst allergies the past couple days. Oh, thank you. You saw the spinning. Yeah, so that spinning piece, that was a beast to logistically figure out because I knew what I wanted in my head. And our friend fabricates motorcycle wheels. And I know that he knows how to use like aluminum frames and all that. So I described it to him. So he built the aluminum frame. So 7 feet by 5 feet aluminum frame. And then he mounted a Lazy Susan on the back. And then he just drops it off at the house. And then I was like, okay, so I've got the frame. Now how do I do the rest of it? So we went to Home Depot, got, you know that thin insulation? It's a little bit less than a half an inch, and it's hard foam with a reflective coating on it, and it's like hard insulation that you can put. So we got 2 sheets of that, cut it to fit the 7 by 5 foot frame. And then our neighbor, who's a really good builder, came over and screwed in the foam. So it wouldn't go through the foam, but would go into the metal so that we could. And then when we got to the gallery, we screwed the Lazy Susan to the wall, but it wasn't enough clearance to spin it. So then we had to cut a piece of plywood behind it and then mount the Lazy Susan through the plywood into the wall. And then it would spin, and then all we had to do was lay the paper on the screws and then put magnets over the screws to hold it up. I wasn't sure if it was going to work. And I thought, worst case scenario, I'll pick a side and just hang the drawing up. but it was so cool to see it spin. Um, and it's actually kind of sparked a whole bunch of new ideas that I have um, for some future exhibitions, and I think I mentioned before, I want to try for some grant work because it's really pricey to fabricate and all of that, and I have some other ideas that I'd like to do. So I'm gonna try to branch out and see if I can try to do some grant work for public exhibitions, because I want to do some more of those rotating frames and some other interactive art pieces. Oh, so at the exhibition, my daughter actually manned it for the 2 hours of the opening. We couldn't let people touch it because the paper is still exposed. And if you don't know how, you can grab it on the aluminum frame and spin it, but I'm sure people would just end up grabbing like their thumb on the paper and spinning it. Yeah, that's what she was saying. Everyone was joking around because I was like, she's gonna work it for 2 hours, and by the end of the 2 hours, she was like, I can't believe Mom's making me work so hard. But she had to do it. She did good. It was adorable, and she did a really good job. And she's super responsible with that kind of stuff, so I trusted her with it. But that was the joke going around: child labor laws. But we want to motorize them. That's actually something we were talking about. And that's why I think I need to try to get some grants to get some seed money to like figure out or be able to pay a fabricator to help me motorize it, and then also find an exhibition space, because it doesn't. This was like a private gallery show. That's more for like a public. That's more for a museum or a public institution show, and not so much for sale show. So I'm putting it out there, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the next couple of years, and see what I can get together, and see if a public institution will like that idea and maybe help me fund it. Oh, and to finish answering your question, while I'm not there, the gallery owner and the assistant will be rotating it for clients. It won't be kind of a free for all to go up and spin it, because in essence you're so close to touching the actual artwork the whole time. Ooh, there's a cold breeze coming in here. We actually have a cold, rainy day. We've had a really wet and California cold winter, and quite a chilly spring too. And these really funny lips and mouth. It looks like it's gonna start raining out again. Huh. I feel like I'm gonna give him a mustache, but we'll see. I'll give him a little bit. I think if you saw this guy in the wild, you'd be like, what? Leave a little. The rainbow squirrels? No, what's that? Is there a specific Malabars? Is that a... Let me look it up. There's a rainbow squirrel? Huh. Oh, there it pops right up. Oh, no way! Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So it's India, from India. Malabar's giant squirrels. Oh, they're fascinating. They definitely have a squirrel face, like looks like a regular squirrel. Oh, they're fascinating. You have great ideas. Oh, look how big they are. Holy smokes. Oh my god, they're so cute. Check it out. It's a rainbow squirrel. This kind of looks like a rainbow squirrel. Well, rainbow squirrel's way cuter. Oh my gosh. I do. Yes, you've got me figured out. Yes, I would love a rainbow squirrel. It's funny you said that. Yeah, they're ridiculously. I want, it sounds weird, I would love to, I used to want animals like as pets, all of them, and then now I've kind of graduated to I want to kind of protect and conserve all animals, realizing that some animals probably aren't the best pets, but I bet a rainbow squirrel would be tons of fun. If I had to save one and it couldn't go back to the wild, then yes, I would want one. I've rescued 6 squirrels, um, and rehabbed them back to the wild. And one I kept too long. I was young. I was like, I don't know, maybe 11 or 12. And I didn't know any better. And it had to go to like a wildlife halfway house to kind of like half wild, half domesticated, because he became aggressive to other people besides me and the family and started attacking them. So I kind of learned like wild animals when I was younger, that they're hard to keep happy in our environment. So now I either rehab them, or there's a certified rehab place about 15 minutes from my house. So now I tend to take them there to get rehab, because they release them in like age groups. So if you find like a fledgling bird, they'll keep them, get them ready to fly, and then release them with kind of their peers. And I think that's better for their survival. This guy's looking so weird. Ah, look at his face. Kind of like it. I feel like you could have an intelligent conversation with this animal about life. Yeah, the colors on that squirrel are totally out of this world. Have you seen they have the rainbow eucalyptus tree? Have you ever seen one of those? They're kind of, as the eucalyptus bark peels, it's like all the different like kind of pastel colors in it. It's crazy. That's like a natural thing. Just like that rainbow squirrel, it's like amazing what is out there. And some of the sea life that they find, even now they're still finding some of these creatures in the water. Oh, thanks, Kiki Cat. Thank you. Yeah, this guy is just kind of, we're having fun with. Just, he's like kind of half human, half a loris, I think it was called. Just having some fun and keeping it light. I'm still recuperating from all the work that just went into the exhibition. Just trying to have some fun. Right? They look so crazy. The eucalyptus, I mean, it's like as it peels, it's just like unlays like so many different colors underneath it. They're crazy beautiful. Almost like Dr. Seuss' book came to life. Hello. Does that say mocap? Welcome. Oh, thank you. Today we're just having some fun, mixing up some animals. This is like a very animal-human hybrid-y type thing. Keeping it light, just having some fun. Huh. That sounds familiar, Shop Bags. I think they had their work at the Bellagio. I think I've seen that before. I can't think of the name either. I'll see if I can find it online. Oh yeah, there's not a lot of us drawers on Twitch. I'm kind of new still. You haven't seen anything like it? Oh, you've seen a lot of random works like it. Yeah, once somebody hits like kind of a, like has a good idea or almost like a, turns into, you know, how many people can jump on that bandwagon before it's over. I'm just darkening the eyes just a little bit. This looks so funny, this part here. Anatomy wise is probably not so accurate, but that's okay. Oh gosh. They probably would have mailed it for you. Usually galleries will do that, no problem. Huh. Was it an exhibition in the Bellagio, or was it more like were they having like an art fair or like a group show or something at the Bellagio? Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure. Vegas is a strange place. I can't even pretend to know how they run their gallery spaces out there. 'Oh, the elephant. Anything with elephants is awesome. Was it a long time ago? Or was it when you drove out for your friend's car? 2 years ago, okay. I'm surprised they don't still have it on their site if they had an exhibition. I would say next time if you find something you like at one of those shows or exhibitions, you can always ask to ship it home. I know that a lot of my artwork is purchased and then shipped after shows, or is quite common for people not want to bring it home, like carry it home or bring it home. They tend to ship it. giving him some eyebrows. Let's give him a little smirk. I'm gonna do some designs in his hair. Okay, I just checked the time and I think I gotta get going. Thank you so much for joining, Chef Bags. It's so awesome to talk to you again. And catch up. So I think I'm gonna be able to stream on Thursday, and let's just keep working on this fun little creative guy and see what we can come up with on Thursday. And let's see, I think I can do Thursday. Yeah, I think so. And then I'm going to try to find a way to clip these things on so the desk is not as shaky. So I'm going to try to remember that for Thursday. So thank you everybody for joining, and come back on Thursday. And they're streaming, I think they're now uploading to YouTube. So if you missed something, you can always watch me talk about silly stuff on YouTube. Or you could just mute it and just watch me draw. Whatever you like. Thanks again, everybody. Oh, see, so shaky. All the pets say good day. Look how cute they are.